Alright, what we have today is an R5 with an Air 20. Y'all saw it, it went away. It's been dodging me for about a month. We finally got it to throw the Air 20. Praise the camera gods. But I really want to show y'all the inside of an R5 because it's totally different than the R6, the R5, the R6 Mark II, all that stuff. The board, process, everything is totally different, even though you would think it would be similar to the R6. It's not. It's way more complex. This is the part straight from Canon. Here's the part number CY31911. This is going to be the same shutter that goes in an R6 and an R5. And I even believe the R, if I'm not mistaken. Fun fact, love the way these shutters look. Way more complex looking than good old Sony. I don't have all the time in the world. I do have to open up the shop. Tools of the day. Straight tweezers. Curved tweezers. Cross point screws. You ain't watched the video, hit that link right up in there. You don't see why cross points are the only way to repair cameras. We're gonna stop with the OCD, possibly. Let's dive in, guys. Hope everybody's staying positive, staying focused. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video. Let's get her done. We're gonna take this eyepiece off first. And like I said the other video, Canon just started implementing this. Usually do. We got Filmer John. We got Filmer John. Alright, we're going to do this good old side right here. We need to get this leatherette off. And you're going to hit that corner nice and easy. Hit that corner nice and easy. You got 2 screws under here. And of course, you need to pull back here. Notice the silver and black screw positioning. Boom. We're going to keep these over there. There are different screws with different threading for sure. Boom. Then you got these 2 silvers. You can just lift up right there, go towards, you still got some sticky leatherette on there. And I just like to keep that right there. Right there. Okay. Alright, got them. Remember on that R6, you had them 2 screws under there. Not going to happen on here. Boom, boom. You can see most of that is gone. So now we're going to close that because it's in the way. We're going to go back to the viewfinder. Boom. I don't remember. Oh, there you go. That's your answer right there. Boom. We're still gonna have to take that off for sure. Don't think there was one there, but there is. Yeah, and they did just come out with that R5 Mark II, and that thing it's actually pretty amazing. Got to play with it before it came out. Canon rep let us see it, and man, it has the R3 viewfinders. Pretty crazy. That was sensor clean solvent, so it should be fine. So you're gonna get these 4. I don't believe you have to mess with those at all. But I have been wrong already today, so We shall see. My memory serves me right, but my memory really ain't memorizing this early in the morning doing this video with y'all, to keep it real. Now, if I'm not mistaken, definitely gonna have to take that screw out because this bottom plate does have to be removed. So I'm going to go ahead and set that over there. Boom. Now remember, really quick, on Canons, if you've watched any other video of mine, there is a switch right here that it gets activated. Right here, that gets activated by the door when it is closed. So if you open this, it will shut the camera off for a second, and there is another switch right there. I don't know if that's a Canon patent or anything, but that's what they do. Oop, eep, walla walla bing bang. It's okay. We're gonna have to remove this bottom plate anyways, instead of just taking those 4 off on the top for the back panel to come off. We're gonna have to take this off anyways. And if I'm not mistaken, to get this off, that screw needs to come out. Oop, like I said, just pop her off, baby, baby. Alright. Alright. Boom, we're gonna set that on top of there. Now, we're gonna ride with you. Ride with you. I don't even know what song it is. So, alright, now we're gonna go ahead and give a little wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oop, she just pops right out. Alright, so on the R5, there are a couple of things. The LCD back panel, huge flex cable going into a black board, and it is a push-on flex clamp. So we're going to just lift up, remove, and we'll put up here so it doesn't take up a lot of space for y'all to see the breakdown. Now, like I was saying earlier, there are boards on top of boards on this camera, and the sophistication is real. Like a mini cinema camera with no fan, hence the R5C. But we're going to start by removing the viewfinder. Now you're going to lift up on this gray latch, then you're going to lift up nice and smoothly, and you just remove that, set it in between there. Be careful popping that out. Literally, what was that, on an S3, I think? I don't know if I even released that video yet, but I damaged one of those and had to go pull it out of the junkyard of a Sony. Be careful, they do break. That was actually the first time one of those did break. So, top cover removal. Well, before we do the top cover, I know for a fact this plate is going to have to come off. So, boom, boom. We'll come back to that. We'll take that off because we need this top cover off to... Oh, yeah. This little arm right here that actually connects there. You have to take that off. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm gonna set that right here. be careful with that switch. Pretty sure as well. So we're going to remove this top cover. My memory's starting to come back to me. Remember that switch. You got to be careful with that switch. So we're going to keep her flat like that. Keep her on her back. Get that screw out. This is going to be the top cover, so we're going to keep the line going right here. I'm going to keep pressure off of that switch. Boom. Got these two up here. Then you have two screws in here that were behind the viewfinder block. Boom. You should just be able to wiggle her off, unless you left this flex cable connected right here. Boom. Give it a little wiggle. She comes right out. So to get this panel off, we're going to start that here. Pretty sure this goes as well. I want to keep everything in that line that I'm already going. Boom. Then of course these two screws. I want that off. We're going to keep these screws by there. We're going to keep them in that little hole right there. You know, they're going to be back there. Back there. Boom, boom. Just for memory's sake. Alright, we have a lot of flex cables to remove. So let's just start from right here by the switch. We are going to pull that out just like that. Grab both wires. Just pull down. You have a latch. Feeling kind of good today. Love this about the sensor. So that is a push-in flex for the sensor. Love that instead of those crazy three things. And right here we're going to lift up that latch very carefully. Pull that one out. So these guys I hate. Just lift up. Oof. Takes a little bit of force, but then man, they're so fragile. I can't stand them. But they make me a lot of money. I got another push in there. Yank out. Love this one. It's like a middle finger. Check it out. Yeah. Love it. Tattoo idea? Maybe. Boom, boom. Got another one here. If I'm not mistaken, we do not have to remove this board. I don't think there's any backwards crazy stuff like Sony. So we have these three that go on the bottom here. So I'm going to go here. Magnets are working, so this one is going to have to come off. Boom, we're going to remember that one goes there. And then seems a little too good to be true. So these two are holding it back, it looks like. Boom. Boom. Wow. I should have remembered that. Those two. Looky there. I thought that was just the cover for there, and I ain't touching it. That's CF stuff. CF stuff. CS stuff. CS stuff. Alright, I'm fired. So, after just getting rehired, we got... Boom, boom. Let's see where these screws are. Here. Oh, wow. One screw. Boo-hoo. Remember, that one goes at the top. Just like me. Alright. We can see the sensor on an R fizzle. My nizzle. Guess that does deserve a fired. Get those three. Now you see them spacers. You gotta remember the spacers. Oh baby. Oh baby. Diggy 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 diggy. Oh, make sure you check for screws on the sensor. Young Kim. We're going to go ahead and take this screws out. Three different type of screws. Got them. Alright, so one thing I like to do is mimic. See how the flex cable, see how these, all the cables are bent a certain way and all that good stuff. Boom. So I'm going to try to mimic. See, this has a bend right there. Just put a little roll on it. Boom. Handsome, how do you do that? How are you so good? I was born with it, baby. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, let's get back to work. Boom, make sure she's sitting nice and in there. Boom. Make sure you put them screws back right, boy. Okay, let's start to reassemble. Love this layout. Just gonna do a sleeve with camera parts. Bet you no one has that. Just a row of shutters. Have I done a Nikon? I don't know. Nikon's not too friendly with your boy. They don't like to supply parts or anything. They did just buy red. That was pretty cool. Or I guess last year they did. It was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Hopefully they make it unproprietary as it is. Okay. We're gonna go back. Get out of the way, young Kim. Okay. Make sure all your flex cables stay out of the way. Make sure none are squeezed to feel like that is supposed to be there. Okay. Then, boom. Alright, remember that one screw. Alright, make sure your flex cables are out of the way. See, I'm anything cramping my style. Quadruple check. Hopefully y'all don't see this 8 head. Oh, I got that one stuck. Alright. You wanna play games with me? You wanna play games with me, man? With me? With me. Make sure flex cables are good. Start putting them in. Alright, you down with OCD? Yeah, you know me. Alright. Get these screws in. Those aren't going to go in, that's right. Just seeing if y'all are paying attention. Alright. For the most fun part of this video, putting flex cables back in with finesse. A lot of finesse. You know, and to be honest, people that actually do this for the first time, you know what? I want to know who has tried this and was successful their first try. Didn't rip any flex cables, because you are awesome. Straight up. I remember when I had to learn digital, I worked at a shop that had an abundance of parts and broken cameras, because they were a repair facility forever until they got bought out, and then they did everything else. But I would literally go into work, I'd do all my light seals, my CLAs, and then I would grab a old Rebel or D80, D70, and I would take it apart. I'd break a lot of it, and then I would just sit there and take out, put in different type of flex cables, all that stuff. And I literally broke cameras every day. It's pretty cool. But that gave me an understanding of how much play you have with the flex cable, how much you could stretch it. And I ultimately learned, instead of the easy way, just remove the whole component to get to the flex cable. Don't try to maneuver through things and stuff like that, because the risk of tearing something important is way higher, especially if you don't have an abundance of parts. That means you have to come out of pocket. I'm going to keep these undone because I know that needs to go there. So we're going to put this in because we already got the flex cables, remember? Oh yeah, so let's double check. I do have these two cords out. Cord connector. Here we go. We're going to put these two in there. Alright, before you move on, remember this and this. Let's put this on first. Remember, just set it in and you'll feel. And then, because if you check it, and because sometimes, I remember on the 5D Mark IV, it just, yeah, frustrating. Alright, so we got that in. Boom. We're going to put this in, and yeah, that's right. It goes this way. Forgot to tell y'all to twist. And do the twist. The two silver pieces face up, just in case you were wondering. And this guy just sits right on there and then push it in. Let's throw some screws in this top cover real quick. Oop, gotcha. Short one goes on the left, y'all. Be careful with the switch. Got these two. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just trusting in my powers, and camera gods are with me today, because I wasn't even supposed to do this today. I wasn't even supposed to make a video, but every day I've been checking the R5 to see, in front of the camera, to see if it is ready to throw the code so I can do this video. And today it threw the code, so the camera gods told me it's time to make y'all a video. Victor Hasselblad and Lights Weltz, or whatever his name is, hooked me up because I did a Hasselblad short and a Leica short. They're like, you know what? We're going to bless this kid with an Air 20. Alright. Let's put the viewfinder back in. Yeah, I love these shutter videos. Y'all could give two craps about the other stuff. But them Air 20s and shutter replacements, boy, y'all eat that up. Do y'all really do it? Or do y'all just like watching it, you know? I don't like the way that sits, dude. That is not all the way flush. We need you to sit like that. Okay. I don't like that at all. Oh, open the door. You know what? Take the door off, because if you damage that switch, it won't turn on. And we'll have to make a video on replacing that. And I hate soldering. I can solder, don't get me wrong. Solder a lot. Just don't like it. putting that screw in first. Alright, one thing that I will do too, just to give me a little play there, is put this screen on. It's all about the feel. Did you hear that click click? Hopefully you did. And we're gonna set this in. Yeah. Make it clap. Alright, so we got that. You know what? Let's go ahead and test and see. Okay. No error 20. And of course, it wants a memory card. Of course, you want you. There, look, y'all can see. You can see Dirk. There's a Dirk Nowitzki card right there. PSA 10, I actually pulled that myself. Yeah. No errors, no nothing. We're good. I don't know, man. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. Only sometimes. Since that door's there, let's put that screw up in there. Goes there. Just start putting them screws back. Boom. Boom. Even though it's more sophisticated, I feel like this one was easier because of the flex connectors that just set in place. I love that. Man. So, I appreciate y'all, I really do. And I really love what I do. Don't necessarily love the customers, to be honest. Love my regulars and the ones that I have understanding, but the ones that are naive to, and that they think everything is easy. Oh, and everything's cheap, you know. Everything's cheap. Somebody's at the door. Really cheap. why somebody was at the door. It's like 2 hours before we open, bro. Crazy. Sorry. Don't have to do that after y'all. After I hang up with y'all. Yeah, it's upside down. Just seeing if y'all paying attention or not. The magnet of the sensor right there, so it'll be gravitating towards it. Alright. And that, my friends, is a shutter replacement in an R5. I really do appreciate y'all's time. And of course, stay focused, stay positive, and until next time, peace. I'm no joke, you know, I'm no joke.